Yeah, this is Paul. Yeah, yeah. I'm just sitting here. I was expecting that I would get my constitutional rights today, but I didn't get any emails. I'm a little concerned, so I thought I should print this off for myself. That way, I could go through each one of these entries. Yeah. Now, this is for the Clallam County Superior Court case number 112006711. You see this in the subject line on July 8th of 2011. Heidi Budnick petitioned petitioner order for protection. Petitioner order for protection. Yeah. And then on 7/8/2011, temporary order for protection. Yeah. Temporary order for protection on 7/22. Now this must be the 14 days after there that they have the next court hearing. Yeah. You know what I learned? Every time you motion a court to issue a protection order, you have to give the respondent notice and opportunity to be heard. Now, there must have been some sort of proof of attempt of service because I was on Guam on July 8th of 2011. In actuality, Heidi had abducted my 5 sons on July 2nd of 2011. She bought 7 plane tickets and made up a story and had me put in jail. I didn't commit any domestic violence or any child abuse. Now, when we go through this, I'm going to try and be as detailed as possible about where are all the crimes. Now, I have emailed those in Clallam County that my right to due process has been violated since July 8th of 2011. You know, when you make up a story that I had committed some sort of domestic violence when I hadn't, and we'd gone to the Kmart and we'd walked back to the Guam Airport Hotel and we'd just gotten paid welfare. And I said, well, I want to take half the money and buy new clothes for the kids. And I thought, why would you want to do that? Now, it looks to me like somebody had definitely planned on abducting my sons and had went out and bought new clothes so that they would look nice on the airplane. Now, the petition for order of protection, I was not a resident of Washington State. In fact, I was in jail. Guam is a day ahead of Pacific Standard Time. Heidi left on the 2nd, but she would have gotten here on the 3rd, and inclusive of a weekend. Looked to me like somebody had pre-planned this whole petition for order of protection so as to have filled out all the paperwork. The paperwork that I read was not actually her handwriting. Now, when you issue a temporary order for protection, well, you know the respondent is in jail. There is no possible way I could respond, and since I was on Guam, it's not as easy as just getting in the car and driving to the county courthouse. It takes quite a bit of work to be able to get to the courthouse. Now, the confidential report in a sealed envelope, I have not read any of these. Confidential report, sealed envelope. Yeah. Then on 7/8/2, confidential report in a sealed envelope. I have no idea what she said, but I know I didn't commit domestic violence. In fact, when I was evaluated, I actually didn't do anything wrong. Having an argument when, oh, you want to use half the welfare to go buy clothes. Actually, we didn't have an argument about that. We had an argument going to Kmart after we got paid welfare because everybody on Guam gets paid their welfare on the first day of the month. Seemed like Heidi was having some difficulty adjusting to the fact that I was trying to arrange for employment before I went back to the States. Yeah. And it looks like her way of handling the problem was she had me put in jail and she bought 7 plane tickets instead of 8 plane tickets. Now I had called those that had arranged for the abduction and found out they didn't buy me a plane ticket because the understanding was we were going to go back to Kingsway Foursquare Church and live in that house, the blue house, and go through marriage reconciliation because Heidi had hit me, struck me while we lived at the Guam Airport Hotel. I didn't actually commit any domestic violence. I might have accidentally squeezed her fingers a little too hard. Ouch, you're hurting me. And my response was, you gave birth to 6 kids. I was not hurting her. Labor pains are painful. There was nowhere near any sort of pain from my side. Now, when you look at it, to reissue on July 22nd, 2011, without any attempt to service me as a respondent and the father of 5 sons. Seemed like the court was really disregarding the constitutional right to due process and having the wherewithal to understand that I was stuck on Guam without a passport. It's obvious it was a child abduction. Now I'm just going to sit here for the next hour and I'm going to go through each and every line of what's on the court's website. And then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to try to get as many people imprisoned